Children age 0 to 3 are the most likely to be victims of child abuse and neglect, and they're also the most likely to die from child abuse and neglect. And that's something that, as a pediatric anesthesiologist, I was unfortunate to see in the operating room when very little children, infants and toddlers, would come in with serious injuries to their heads and to their bellies, and quite a few of them die. And seeing that sort of needless suffering to little children is very inspiring. I think everyone that works with children like this wants to do something to help them. So originally, our goal was to figure out, well, how do you find these little children age 0 to 3 before they show up in the hospital with some sort of significant injury? And what we learned was that there really wasn't a good way to find them, because the people that are most likely to recognize suspicion of child maltreatment are school professionals who aren't likely to see the 0 to 3 age range, medical professionals who may not notice or report findings that are suspicious for child maltreatment, or police officers or law enforcement. And once they're involved, something is already wrong in that child's life. And that's why we looked to place-based predictive analytics to see if it was possible to predict where child maltreatment might occur in the future based on the combination of risk factors that surrounded them. And what we found was that we could. We've been able to use a spatial risk analysis tool called risk terrain modeling to accurately predict where 98% of next year's child abuse cases will occur in the city of Fort Worth. We've also been able to improve the predictive accuracy down to a level where we can predict where about 50% of child abuse cases will occur next year in about 4% of the city's area in Fort Worth. And with that information, you can start to really work on aligning the resources that you have around the most vulnerable communities so that you can work collaboratively to actually prevent child abuse before it starts.